So you flew in from Sydney this morning, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was Sydney?
Sydney was amazing. First time we'd ever been to Sydney and Australia, in fact. Yeah, we had 3 days there, a couple of days off. Yeah, we made the most of it.
We were really lucky. We came here a few days before Soundwave to do some other promo kind of things, so we had a few more days here and went to like Bondi Beach and tried to tan our really pale English skin. Because that didn't go so well.
How did that go?
Not very well.
Not very well.
We didn't get burnt, so that's, you know, baby steps.
It was really funny, like walking down the beach, because you'd see like all the tanned Australian people, and then dotted amongst them you'd see like just guys with pale white skin with tattoos, and it's like all the festival people. But it's really good because touring, usually you don't get to see a lot of places sometimes. It's always in and out of the city, so to have like 2 days off in a place like Sydney was well good.
Yep. So how's the whole Soundwave experience been so far?
It's unreal. Like, I guess that coming here, we didn't know what to expect. We've heard good things about the festival, but like the country as a whole and the whole festival is just absolutely mental. It's probably our favourite country now. Like, we didn't really know what to expect, but
yeah, we have like a league of countries which are our favourites.
Australia top now.
So what's down the bottom?
Oh, see, we don't want to offend anyone because we have probably 15 countries that we love. You know, so it's a very tight league. In it, you know, there's not many points.
It's not what we don't like going, I don't think, really. Because every time you get to go do something a bit different kind of thing, it's all...
Yeah.
But Soundwave's mental because it is literally like... It's like a school trip of bands, so you all get on the same bus together in like a plane and things in the hotels, and it's just like... It's just insane to
it's really
like
weird,
travelling around. There's no other festival like it, really.
How does it stack up to other festivals you would have played in the UK and Europe?
In that respect, what Rob was saying is very different to every other festival we played in terms of the way it travels around. And it's like you'll be in a hotel with 8 other bands that you know that you've toured with, and it's a real kind of
massive party, essentially.
Yeah, it's a massive party. It's not real.
There's a lot of festivals you might fly in, do it, and fly out kind of thing. You might not get much time to be there with the festival, but you get to do this for like 10 days.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's great.
Yeah. I suppose onto your music now. What's the rock scene like in the UK at the moment?
It's kind of around in different forms, really. Like, it depends what you mean by rock, because like people like Arctic Monkeys, they're a guitar-based band, and you know they're looking pretty healthy at the moment. They've just
I suppose I would go sort of the next level down from that. You know, bands like you guys, and even
there's not many bands like us guys, to be honest, in the UK. You know, our kind of scene, it doesn't really exist so much in the UK, if I'm honest. There's not like 20 bands that we can go out and tour with that are similar to Evan's Basement. We've always kind of stood out on our own really in the UK, to be honest. That's why we started getting so many support tours when we started coming through the ranks over the years with like bands like Shinedown, Papa Roach, Buck Cherry, Blackstone Cherry. All these bands would come over and they need a rock and roll band to play to open the shows, and it was like it's always around. It's Heaven's Basement and, you know, maybe a few other bands. So, but we've always just done our thing regardless of what's going on around it, you know. That's all you can do, really.
So I suppose, is that why you chose to record your debut album in the States? Was it just because
not really.
That wasn't a conscious thing. That was, we went over to meet some producers because we wanted to take some time and get it right, and we met John Feldman, and straight away it kind of, there was a spark there, and we had like a little time frame to be able to do the album because we were flying back to England to play Download Festival, so we recorded in like 8 days, but it wasn't a conscious thing. We probably would have thought we'd record in England, but when you're in a studio and you're in four walls, you could be anywhere in the world. It's like, if the atmosphere's right and you're getting the job done, that's kind of the most important thing.
Yeah, there's never really like a grand plan of the album. It was literally like, we just got in a room with this guy and he was like, let's do it. We felt the vibe to do it, you know. A week before that we planned on doing it in England with someone.
Yeah.
Yep. And I suppose within the 8 days that you recorded the album, do you reckon that worked out best for you guys? As in,
yeah, because
you just got forced to do it, I suppose.
Yeah, in a way, like we had some like preparation time before it, but the red button was on for 8 days, and it kind of meant you didn't overthink loads of stuff and start putting in like harps and stuff like that. You just kind of like, you had a very clear image of what you wanted to do, and it kind of captures that moment in time real quick. And looking back, I think I don't think there's anything we'd really change about it.
Nah, it's like the way we all play, the way we play the songs. There's only one way we do it, and it's not going to take 20 takes to do that. 2 or 3 takes each of us doing the parts once we know the song. We'd write the songs together, go in the room, like play it as a band. If we're feeling it, we'd literally track it there and then. So it's a very quick process, you know. And
so I suppose on the album there's a few little imperfections that you sort of left on that you like, sort of thing.
Yeah. It's just a live
things that happen off the cuff, so we have to kind of listen back to figure out what we actually did, because it's just you kind of do it really quickly. Stuff like that's really good.
Yeah,
and it's very energetic and very sort of, you know, the energy's really there. Is it hard to replicate live?
Now, I think the hardest thing for us was making sure we replicated that in the studio, because we've been a live band since we started. We just love getting on stage, and that's where we have, you know, the most fun. That's what we love doing. So it was important to not make it too polished and, you know, too clean sounding when we did the album. It had to be a bit dirty, rough around the edges, have a bit of attitude to it and a bit of venom. So that was the most important thing in recording.
Bands that do the whole huge production thing on albums sometimes have it that way, where it's hard to replicate it live. But like Rob said, with us it's kind of the other way around. It's about capturing just the live energy on record, which is quite difficult to do in itself.
It was things like Rage Against the Machine's debut album and Appetite for Destruction. There's so much personality and character in the songs and the play, and then you see them live and it's just like a step up kind of thing. So.
Did you specifically write it for your live show?
I think we wrote it in mind of the live show. Like, we were like, if we want to do an album where in 10 years time we could headline a festival and play the whole thing front to back. That was kind of the aim, and we didn't want anything where we'd need, you know, to bring in anyone else to play anything live and stuff like that. We wanted to keep it just the four of us live, so I think it was always geared towards live, so we can get out there and tour as many places as possible.
And then what's planned for 2014?
Just more touring until the end of the year. We've got a European headline tour straight after this, like a 6-week tour, which is our biggest ever headline tour. Then we're back to the States in May, Europe in June, and after that it's probably going to be the States again. Like, we're looking at tours over there, probably
it's
something
pretty
in
hard
Europe.
For bands in the UK, sort of that, you know, up and coming rock bands to crack it in the States.
Yeah, but I mean we're really taking on as much as we can. Like we've like literally like got a map of the world, and we're like, sweet, let's go for the whole thing. You know, there's not enough days in the year really to do it all for a new band, but it's been working out really good so far. Going to the States and Canada for a month or 2 months, coming back to Europe, because you can only tour Europe so much, you know what I mean? You can't tour the UK all the time, otherwise people will be getting sick of you. So,
but America's so big, so you got to really go over there and kind of give it a good go.
Our album is essentially a plane ticket for us to go and play around the world.
Awesome. Well, thanks for speaking to AMH TV today, guys.
No worries, man.
Cheers, thanks.